Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to episode 2 of Bob's Burgers. So, last week we checked out the first episode, and it was okay. Like, I got a lot of the humor. There's a lot of dry humor, and it's a lot that I'm not used to in a lot of the shows I watch, animated or otherwise. Like it's just not the same kind of humor I'm really used to a lot. Not that it's bad, but it's just something I'm definitely gonna have to grow accustomed to. The characters are interesting, I guess, and the situations are interesting. The first episode focused entirely on their grand reopening or whatever, as the intro sequence kind of shows us. And apparently, like, they're opening on, like, you know, big holiday weekend and everything, gonna get a lot of customers. But then there's this rumor that ends up getting spread about their food, their burgers, and all being made of human meat. And the shit just kind of goes downhill from there. Everyone says the wrong things, and the health inspectors come. One of them used to be his wife Linda's ex, and it's like, oh, okay. And we find out that the one who first started spreading this rumor was one of his daughters, who may be a little crazy. Hard to say. And then his other daughter may be autistic. Also kind of not quite clear at this moment, but I could see it based on just the evidence the first episode kind of gave us. He also has a son who's just dumb. He's just kind of a dumb gag character. And yeah. I definitely have to see more of this to really get a feel for what I'm going to think of it. So we'll just check out more, yeah. We'll just continue on, see what more we have in store for this series, and hope that I end up enjoying it. And I hope that you guys enjoy it too, whether you've seen the series before or not. But I hope that this reaction series ends up being one that sticks. So we'll see. And in the meantime, let's just get this started and find out what episode 2 has in store. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, while the first episode I was unsure of, this one I can 100% say I loved. Like, even outside of the just horror kind of theming to some of this, and the direct references to The Shining, which were fantastic. But even outside of that, this episode was just really fucking funny. The seance part, Bob just going completely insane. The entire thing at the end there with the counselor and all, it's just like there was just so much that was just genuinely funny here. With the first episode, a lot of it relied on a lot of dry humor, and a lot of it was just like, again, because it's not as much my kind of humor, it was something that I definitely wasn't quite sure on as of yet. But this one definitely did a lot more referential humor and a lot more, like, over-the-top, ridiculous, even kind of demented stuff. Like with Louise pretending that her father was dead and that he was a ghost inside the wall. And I love the part where he plays along with it for her friends, and it's like that's actually kind of wholesome. That's actually kind of cute that he's playing along with it for her. I actually really like that. Um, and there were some jokes that were just really fucking. They just hit really fucking well. The entire kill him joke in response to him saying he doesn't eat meat was just outright fucking hilarious. Just the delivery on it from the VA for Bob. It's something Benjamin. I can never remember exactly. I can look real quick because I still have this up here. H. John Benjamin. That's what it is. But his delivery on that, and just in the episode in general, was great. The stuff with his mother-in-law and father-in-law, Linda's parents, was great too. Just especially when Linda's mom went into the wall and started chasing him down. That was fucking hilarious. But Linda's dad as well, just being kind of absent-minded and just goofy and everything. It's like, oh, he's kind of cute. And also, yeah, I'm definitely thinking Tina, it might be autistic. And I'm saying that as an autistic person because there's a lot I can definitely see in her that either I see in myself or that I've seen in autistic friends or just various stories of people who are autistic. Um, there's definitely a lot of issues there either way, and if that is so, like, that's cool that they're showcasing that. And she's definitely not shown to be, like, bad or anything. It's not shown to be, like, a real, like, terrible thing. It's just she's different, and sometimes it's hard to handle, and sometimes it can cause a few issues here and there. But it doesn't make her any less important or any less likable as a character. So if that is the case, if she is autistic, then cool, awesome. And the fact that, like, even as an autistic person, I can see that. I can kind of see myself to a degree in her. Though I may not be as, like, I may not have as bad of autism as her. Even so, I can still see some traits in there. And it's like, just seeing that representation is cool, you know? But yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this one. Um, the the one guy who came over, I don't remember his name right now, but the guy who's gonna help get Bob out of the wall, I guess he's known for rambling on and telling stories and stuff. And the funny thing is, I've known a lot of people like that, and yes, I've at times gotten very annoyed with that. At times I have. I fully acknowledge that. Um, but I always try to listen and always try to pay attention to them because it does mean a lot to them when people pay attention and actually listen to them and actually care to hear them out. Um, so I have no issue with this character yet. I guess we'll just have to see more of him as it goes on. Um, and there's just some. It's like this series clearly isn't actually about the burgers at all. Like it's just about the family. It's about it's a sitcom. It's in the same kind of it's in the same kind of range as The Simpsons, or although it's actually good, I would say it's. I guess I could say it's like Family Guy too, but this is actually good. Unlike Family Guy, which is absolute shit and actually teaches dangerous things. But yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that here. But yeah, this is actually really enjoyable so far. The first episode, it had to sell me a little more, and the second episode definitely did. It definitely sold me a lot more, and I'm excited to see more of this kind of humor, hopefully. Referential humor, just really demented and crazy kinds of humor. it's really hard to say, still only 2 episodes in, if I have a favorite character yet. I do like Louise so far, just because she is just so dementedly fun. But I also really like Tina because of the connection of her possibly being autistic. And Bob himself is just he can get really funny at times. So it's probably one of those three currently. Um, and if I had to name a least favorite, it would probably be Gene. He just honestly, he's just kind of annoying to me. um, but yeah, any of this can change, mind you. And we'll just see as we continue to go along. So tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Bob's Burgers? And thank you all so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.